President Trump announcing a surprising ceasefire with Houthi rebels a week before his Middle East trip. The U.S. has been carrying out extensive airstrikes against the Iran-backed terrorists since mid-March now. Let's bring in Florida Congressman Brian Mast, House Foreign Affairs Committee Chairman. Thank you, sir. Very busy afternoon. Please do give us your take on the president's actions here and where you see this conflict going next.
Look, the president's been very clear. There needs to be an end to attacks on United States interests, our vessels, and Israel is one of our interests as well. We see that as our largest vessel in the region, no doubt. And so with the president engaging in this conversation, you have a situation where our vessels are infinitely safer, Israel is infinitely safer, and I would say the Houthis are in infinite more danger, because if the president has to, we have no doubt that he will unleash the full suite of violence that the American military is capable of.
Okay, this was Tammy Bruce, the State Department spokesperson under the Trump administration, on Fox earlier today on the Houthis and President Trump's actions. Listen here.
President Trump's approach, of course, has worked again in that nobody in the world seems to be used to a forceful American response with a leader who will not back down. Now they have one. They know his history. And part of this success is not just our military action. It's the fact that Trump is the president, and they know that he gets done what he says he wants done, and they're complying.
To her point, it does not look like the president is backing down whatsoever here.
Yeah, I think, again, to her point, to your point, he has a bat and he knows how to swing it, and he's not afraid to swing it, and he's not afraid to swing it as hard as he can, because when you do that, that's where you create the scenario for every other foreign intelligence agency that's looking on, every other terrorist group that's looking on. Hey, that's the way that the United States of America and their president reacts. So let's back off a little bit, because we don't want that suite of violence unleashed upon us.
All right, I want to ask you about these strikes in Pakistan. India striking Pakistan, said to have lost aircraft in all of this. What do we know about this, and what can you report to our viewers? What do we need to know right now?
Look, I think, I can tell you, number one, I'm going to be speaking to both sides. I'm not going to tell you the order in which I'm doing that, because one of the things that you have at play here is not just a kinetic fight that's going on, but there's a huge disinformation fight going on both sides of it. That's factual for both sides of it, both trying to posture in different ways to say this is what's taken place. Of course, we know we're dealing with two nuclear powers that are acutely aware of the fact that they are both nuclear powers. And so I think in that you do see really an approach to this, that they are making purposeful and calculated actions, not simply knee-jerk reactions to the moment and what maybe a population might want. And so I think that's to the credit of both sides. All levels of the U.S. government are speaking to both sides on this to make sure that we can do everything to tamp this down and bring this to a de-escalation as quickly as possible.
Yeah, as we know, Pakistan is slamming these strikes, calling them an act of war. Here's more from Tammy Bruce, the State Department spokesperson for the Trump administration, on this. Listen.
They want these generational wars and problems to end. And the way, clearly, the status quo has not worked. And the way to do it is, in fact, through the vision and the handling and the insight of Donald Trump and the people that surround him. So it is good that, we're involved in the sense of assisting a kind of a communication as occurred last night, and to touch base with both of those parties. And, of course, they know we want no escalation.
They know we want no escalation, but will there be, Congressman?
I don't think you can say that there won't continue to be skirmishes that exist there. There have been skirmishes that have existed year after year after year in this Kashmir area that's controlled by both India and Pakistan by a de facto agreement that exists there. But the big difference that we face in this moment is that for the very first time, you had one of these terrorist groups targeting a specific civilian area, specific tourist area, very specifically targeting non-militant personnel. And that's really the game changer that you have going on here. But again, still both sides very cognizant of the tools that they could both bring to bear in this fight. And I think working to make sure that this conflict does not come to that point.
Congressman Brian Mast of Florida, appreciate your time, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.